In this video, I'll show you guys the best way to start playing Anime Vanguards, or if you recently started playing, what is the best way to progress in the game and get the best units possible. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get right into it. Alright guys, let's get started with going through what I think would be the best way to currently make an account in Anime Vanguards and start progressing in the game. I feel like, in my opinion, right now is literally the best time to play Vanguards. If you wanted to start a new account, or if you're just getting into it and you haven't made an account, I think this is the best time to start playing the game, as there's so many good things that you can actually obtain for free. So when you load into the game, you will get yourself a entry bonus, like login bonus, and it's going to be one of the best units in the game. His name is Bounty Hunter Zoro. This is the unit that you will get for free just by logging in, and you will get his upgrading material. On top of it, if you come to the crafting station and take a look at what requires to craft his evolution material, it is literally only 1,000 gold to craft one bandana. So it is so easy to evolve the guy and also to get his ascension, because literally all you need to do is get Bounty Hunter. You get one copy for free, and then whenever you summon for him, you can use his bananas to evolve him even further with the ascensions, which is more damage, more range, and more damage again. So that's the beginning. When you do get a Zoro, make sure you focus on him. And if you are going to go to summoning, I would probably recommend to not summon just yet, because there's really no point. Really no point. I think if you already have an account and you're looking to get better and you're still not sure where to go, I would definitely suggest you take the brand new One Piece units, Luffy, Skelly King, Nami. Nami is a must as a farm, and then Sanji, because you want to get Luffy. Luffy is one of the best units. So what I would suggest, while you're playing the game at your own pace, just try to collect every unit. You need Sanji, you need Skelly King, you need Nami and Zoro, and you also want Luffy, because to get Luffy evolved, you will need to complete a quest. The quest is simple: evolve every unit that was in the update, which is Sanji, Nami, Skelly King. So 3 of the units you will need to get Luffy evolved, and then you'll need to feed them. You'll need to feed Luffy the fruits that you can get from the shop. I'm not gonna go for the full guide, but basically your goal is to get Luffy, because Luffy is one of the highest DPSs in the game. And then before we do that, what I would suggest is World Destroyer event. This is one of the easiest events you can do. You literally come here, start your run by clicking game mode. That's it. That's all you need to do. You get provided a whole team that you can auto set up, run, and you just farm the unit events. You can get the unit actually Whitebeard dropped from the event itself. They kind of changed it the way it works, because when I played it, I got like 30 of them. Like, I literally, look at this. I barely even overran the event world. Look at that. Look at the amount of Whitebeards I have. Apparently they changed the way he drops now, so I'm not sure exactly how that works, but you can get him from the run still. It might take you a little bit longer, but you can still get him. And then once you do get the Whitebeard, you will just need to buy 6 of these shake fruits, and then you'll need to buy the trade rerolls. So you'll need around 1,000, at least 1,000 coins. It'll take you about 2 days, maybe 3 days, depending on how often you're going to be doing the auto runs. And then after that, you'll have already a decent team. Just so you guys have a better view, let me quickly showcase you guys how the team would start look. So first of all, when we log in, we get the Bounty Hunter. So first we get the Bounty Hunter. That's our first main unit. After that, we're gonna get our Whitebeard, which is one of the highest DPSs and one of the best units in the brand new update from One Piece. This is our main 2 units that we currently have. Obviously, you should have a couple farms, like I would say Nami and maybe Takurata, or maybe Spring Wagon, whichever one you want to go for. I'm not going to talk about Memorias just yet, so let's just say you have 2 farms right here. This is a pretty good team already to start with. You'll also have a couple other units, like for example, I don't remember the free unit's name. It's the one from, what's the anime? Attack on Titan? Akkers. You get this unit. He's also not a bad unit. He has bleed. He also slows on hit. He's a pretty good combo with Zoro. Zoro also does bleed, so that unit is also not bad. But next thing that I would suggest you do after you got Whitebeard and you already have Bounty Hunter, obviously complete the story. Because story, even though I personally hate doing the story, I think story is the most boring thing ever. It's a set amount of time. You cannot speed it up, even though you could be the strongest in the game, it doesn't matter. You still have to spend that 5 minutes per act. As you can see, I didn't even complete all of the story just yet, but you do want to complete all of the story. So first of all, because you will get access to the legend stages, you want to get the legend stages to evolve certain units. Like for example, for One Piece units, you want to be able to complete the villain legend stage and so on. But also the main point why you want to complete it is when we go here to create a match in the challenges, which you will need to do. Challenges are very important. You will need to claim weekly runs for trade rerolls and memorias and the rainbow essences, and then you're going to want to do the daily challenges. Also 30-minute regular challenges are also very good, but make sure you do them when there's a double event on weekend. You want to do this on weekend because you will get double the rewards, except the weekly challenge obviously, but these you will get double the rewards, so it's so much faster to grind that on the weekend. But you do want to complete, unfortunately, the story, because there's no story skip, but you do want to get the story done so you can start stacking up your green essences and everything. Next thing I would suggest doing is the winter update. I think the winter update is great. You won't be able to run infinite mode just yet. You will actually have to pay attention to the game because you have to do the event mode. You'll have to manually run the event, but the event is great for beginners because you get provided all the units in the event. You don't need to have a crazy monarch team. You have all the units, all the farms, everything godly, and you can get a monarch on all of them by just buying it from the Pack-a-Punch. So make sure when you do run the event, don't go on infinite, because infinite mode is a little bit tough because you actually need units, you know? You actually need some units, ideally some monarchs, so you can auto run it. Here, I would suggest if you're a brand new player, just come here, click the event mode, and farm. Once you spent time farming, you will be able to actually summon on the winter banner. The winter banner is great because you get the brand new Vanguard Rukia. You will need a certain amount of, you will need like 3.5 million, I think, or around 3 million for Rukia to guarantee her. You could get lucky, but you know, I mean, I didn't get lucky personally. I got lucky with the Memoria, but you will need the Memoria as well. So I'd say around 6, 7, bro. Oh, they're gonna call me Anka again. Well, you would need 6 or 7 million. 6, 7! Around there, so you can guarantee yourself an Ice Queen Rukia. You can guarantee her Vanguard Memoria, because without the Vanguard Memoria, you won't be able to progress in the game. You have to, well, I mean, you won't be able to use the unit because it's like part of her kit is within the Memoria. And then also, a lot of these Memorias are also important. Like, for example, the Power Surge or the Frozen Admiral one. That one is actually really good. It gives you 30% extra damage to those who apply Wanted. And guess what? Your team consists of Zoro and Whitebeard and possibly Luffy. Not there yet, but they all apply Wanted. Okay, so now that we did that, now that we did the, let's just say this has been a couple of weeks now, you've been grinding, you got yourself Zoro, you got yourself the Whitebeard, we finally were able to obtain Rukia. What's next? Well, before we do that, I do recommend you buy out all the shops. You want to buy out the winter shop right here. You will get yourself 200 trade rerolls, a lot of green essences, Memoria shards, and then obviously we want to buy out the Whitebeard shop, that's some trade rerolls, and then you're going to be completing the quests. Also, don't forget, if you have time, obviously, I don't know how much you're going to be grinding, but you kind of want to get this boss event done as well, because every time it resets the shop, so you're able to get yourself 40 trade rerolls every time. There's also the story mode completion you're going to get. After you did all of this, right, you should be level 30 by now, at least level 30. So our next goal, after getting some of these units, so maybe this is your team right here. Let's say, who else could we put it on? Let's see. Let me think. Well, Luffy, I feel like Luffy is still a bit hard to complete. I don't know. You could have Luffy by now. Literally, all you need to do to get Luffy evolved is get Skelly King, get Luffy. Oh, no, sorry. Get Skelly King, get Sanji, Nami evolved, and that's it. You can evolve Luffy after that. It's quite simple. It's just the stage itself, the legend stage, is hard. But if you do have Rukia, you have Whitebeard, and 2 farms, and then, you know, Zoro or whoever other unit that you have, you should be able to do it, to be honest. You should be able to do it. Obviously, you're not going to have the Monarch. Maybe you get lucky. But I would personally suggest you focus on Whitebeard as a Monarch. Because, again, let's not forget there is pity in this game, right? And you could get lucky and hit Monarch early, but let's just be 100% sure. We want to focus on the same unit so we guarantee ourselves a Monarch. We don't want to be spending 200 trade rolls on Zoro, 200 trade rolls on Whitebeard, you know. Get the most basic, like plus attack or something, the most basic trade you can on them, and then focus on Whitebeard I feel like Whitebeard is just, you know, such a great unit. It's such a great unit. He has a crazy nuke that does 1000% damage throughout the whole map, including the bosses. So he's going to be such a game changer. On top of it, he has status effect immunity, and he applies the wanted so you can get a buff on him. And on top of it, he applies a stun every 2 seconds. So he's just such a good unit. So I think if you focus on him as a Monarch, I think it would be the best choice. And you could get lucky. Maybe you won't need to wait till, you know, 1500 trade rerolls. But when you do start the game, there's a lot of free trade rerolls you can get. You get them from doing story. You get them from event shop. You get them from the Whitebeard shop. Like, you don't need to have any units to obtain these units. Zoro is free, Whitebeard is free from the event because you get provided a whole team, and then Rukia, you also get provided a team, so you don't need to have a team pre-existing to get these top tier units. Next, I would say the best unit that you can obtain is Shanks. Why? Well, it's really simple. What is his name, bro? Warlord of the Sea. Here he is. Why is Shanks the best unit? Well, as you can see, I don't have a Monarch on him, yet he's passive. This unit cannot roll traits and is always counted as having a Monarch when placed. This guy comes with a Monarch. So right here, if you get this unit, you will literally have a free Monarch already pre-existing. You won't need to have to spend any trade rerolls, you know, do any of that. And on top of it, it makes him, he's still a very strong unit. If we like look at the tier list, he's in the top places. Obviously you can't get Escanor in the tier list, but let me just showcase it. I won't be lazy and I'll showcase you guys how good he is. After you do complete the whole thing, next thing we're going to focus on is getting the Chopper, the best familiar in the game. As you can see, I've done over 1,000 runs. I think I did around 1,500 runs by now to get the Chopper, which is why I have this many Choppers. I mean, it's a 2% chance, but I've made a tutorial and a free-to-play run for this event, but I'll showcase it here too. Yeah, I completely forgot. The game started running. The last unit we're gonna bring is gonna be Rukia, because obviously we already got her for free, right? She's a free unit that we got because the game mode is free to play friendly. We're gonna start with the farms, simple as that. Stack up some money. As you can see, they're doing 60k HP. They coming out as a start. Will Shanks be able to handle it? I know he will. Okay, around here we're gonna place our Shanks like in the middle right here. As you can see, we placed him, instantly got Monarch on him. He does 77k on placement, which is insane. Man, it really sucks that I'm missing myself the Spring Wagon setup thingy. I forgot what it's called. But because we're also bringing Rukia, she's going to be helping as a support unit because her passive states if she's not placed, she's going to be following up with an attack of our main unit. So, which is why Shanks is even stronger now. But just think about this. We have nothing on him right now besides just getting the unit. We got the unit. We rolled some Z pluses. I don't even have a Z plus attack on him. And then we're going to start upgrading him. And then we want to put the auto right here. This is the Conqueror of the Sea. Every 30 seconds, like I said, you're going to get a stun for 4 seconds. And I'm pretty sure his passive states that if this unit is stunned, he does 100% of this unit damage. So anybody who stuns, he does even more damage. And that's it. That's literally it. That's all you need to do now. All right, guys. Once you can upgrade him to the max, look at his range. Look at that damage. 1.5 million damage. Plus Rukia is in the background helping us. Also, we can play Skelly King. You don't even need to do that. But if you do want to give him extra buffs, you can. You don't need anything. You just need Shanks and enough money to upgrade him. He's already dead, basically. He's dead. His EDPS right now is 250k. Boom. Done. I don't know, my game is so laggy, but there you go. And now you farm that to get yourself some choppers. Go to the events tab. Recurring events. Make sure that the event for Rift is running, because when the Rift event is active, Rift spawns every single hour. So because Rift spawns every single hour, you can literally complete this whole thing by like 2 days. The event lasts usually 3 days. All you need to do is just come every hour and wow, wait, they added a shiny WoW stone? That's crazy. All you need to do is collect 500 Shrift shards, which you get around 30 per run. We're assuming here that you knew, but you won't be able to get a VIP or MVP run. So let's just say you're getting 30 per. You just need like what, 15 runs, around 15 runs, maybe 12, 13 runs, and you'll have yourself a guaranteed WoW stone. So if you spend like, you know, if you hop on like 5 times a day, 6 times a day, you'll have enough for this unit in 2 days. You get the WoW stone, make another run, and you'll guarantee yourself a Monarch Shanks. Okay guys, well at this point, you should just play the game, keep getting your, you know, missions done, collecting everything you need, but at this point you should have more than enough units to complete 99% of the game content. You got Shanks, which is a very, very busted unit. You got Rukia, which is an amazing support. You have Whitebeard, ideally in Monarch because you were focusing on him with all your trade rerolls. So you got lucky or you hit the pity. So that's 3 very good DPS / support units that you can have. On top of it, you should have Luffy by now because you've had other units that you completed. Also, you should have really good farms. And from there on out, do whatever you want. Play the game, enjoy it, and hope this helps someone.